Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe, in English Our Lady of Guadalupe, is Our Lady who appeared to a man named Juan Diego in the year 1531. Our Lady of Guadalupe holds a special place in the religious life of Mexico and is one of the most popular titles of our mother. In this video, we are going to see the history of Our Lady of Guadalupe in detail. Around the year 1524, the first indigenous families received baptism by the Franciscan missionaries. Juan Diego's family was one of the families. He and his wife, named Maria Lucia, received baptism. Juan Diego was an Aztec Indian. Aztec refers to the people who speak Nahuatl language and of central Mexico. They are the Amerindian people of Mexico. In the Aztec society, he is a Masehual Indian, that is of low social class, only above slaves. Juan Diego's wife died in the year 1529, and Juan Diego turned his life to God, attending Mass and Catechism lessons at a Franciscan church in Tlatelolco. Juan Diego lived with his uncle named Juan Bernardino, who was an elderly man. In the morning of December 9, on Saturday in the year 1531, Juan Diego was on his way to the Franciscan missionaries' church in Tlatelolco. At early morning, as he was passing in a hill named Tepeyac, Juan Diego suddenly heard various birds singing from the top of the hill. The singing of the beautiful birds was very soft and pleasing. Then a sweet voice called him by name in his own language. "Juanito, my dear Juan Diego." He saw a beautiful lady, and that beautiful lady was our mother. Our Lady appeared as a dark-skinned woman who spoke Nahuatl language, which was Juan Diego's native language. Our Lady is pictured in prayer, standing upon a crescent moon, and was carried by an angel. There were golden rays behind her. Every detail in Our Lady's appearance has a specific meaning. The color of her mantle, the moon, the rays, the angel, the design on her dress, and more. Please check this video to know the meaning of every detail in the appearance of Our Lady of Guadalupe. On this first apparition, Our Lady asked Juan Diego to go to the bishop and request the construction of a shrine in that same spot in order for her to show and share her love and compassion with all the believers. In the words of Our Lady, "Know and understand well, you the most humble of my sons, that I am the Virgin, Holy Mary, Mother of the true God, for whom we live, of the Creator of all things, Lord of heaven and earth. I wish that a temple be erected here quickly, so I may therein exhibit and give all my love, compassion, help and protection." By hearing this, Juan Diego immediately went to see the bishop named Juan de Zumaraga and to deliver this message, which came from the Lady from heaven. However, after hearing what happened at the hill from Juan Diego, the bishop politely told him to come back on another day. Dismayed, Juan Diego returned to the Tepeyac hill, where Our Lady appeared, and he asked our mother to choose another noble messenger, someone more suitable to deliver the message and whom the bishop would believe. But Our Lady reaffirmed his mission and ordered him to go back to the bishop on the next day. In the words of Our Lady, "Listen, my little son, be sure that I have many servants and messengers to whom I must entrust the delivery of my message and carry my wish, but it is of my precise detail that you yourself solicit and assist, and through your mediation my wish be complied. I earnestly implore my son, the least, and with the sternness, I command that you again go tomorrow and see the bishop." Juan Diego delivered the message a second time, but the bishop did not believe Juan Diego, and the bishop ordered him to ask for a sign from the Lady. Juan Diego went and met Our Lady again at the top of the Tepeyac. After hearing Juan Diego, Our Lady asked Juan to come to see her the following morning, and Our Lady would give a sign so that he can take it to the bishop. In the words of Our Lady, "Well and good, my little dear, you will return here tomorrow, so you may take to the bishop the sign that he has requested. With this he will believe you, and in this regard he will not doubt you, nor he will be suspicious of you." When Juan returned home, he found his uncle, Juan Bernardino, gravely ill. The next day, instead of going back to the Tepeyac hill, Juan Diego stayed home with his dying uncle. On Tuesday morning, Juan Diego saw that his uncle's health was very serious. So Juan Diego went looking for a priest so that his uncle might receive the last rites. Instead of taking the usual route, he went around the hill to avoid Mother Mary, but Our Lady descended from the hill and comforted him. The words of Our Lady: "Am I not here who am your mother? Are you not under my shadow and protection? Am I not the fountain of your joy? Are you not in the fold of my mantle, in the cradle of my arms? Do not grieve nor be disturbed by anything. Do not be afflicted by the illness of your uncle, who will not die now of it. Be assured that he is now cured." Our Lady then sent Juan Diego to the top of the hill to cut roses that would be a sign for the bishop. Immediately Juan Diego climbed the hill, and as he reached the peak, he was amazed that so many varieties of beautiful Castilian roses were blooming. He took the roses and went to Our Lady. Our Lady said, "My son, the least, this diversity of roses is the proof and sign which you will take to the bishop. You will tell him in my name that he will see in them my wish and that he will have to comply with it." Juan Diego returned to the bishop's house to deliver the message and to give the sign. When he saw the bishop, Juan Diego said, "Sir, I did what you ordered, to go forth and tell the Lady from heaven, Holy Mary, Mother of God, that you asked for a sign, so that you might believe me that you should build a temple where she asked it to be erected." Juan Diego then told the bishop what he saw at the top of the hill and about the flowers. Then he unfolded a white cloth called tilma, where the roses were stored. Then the precious roses fell to the ground, and miraculously a sacred image of the Virgin Mary appeared on the tilma. An exact image of how Our Lady appeared to Juan Diego. By seeing this, the bishop and everyone else in the room fell to their knees before the tilma. With sorrowful tears, the bishop prayed and begged for forgiveness for not believing from the beginning. After the Guadalupean miracle, the Bishop Zumárraga immediately ordered the construction of a chapel where Juan Diego spent the rest of his days guarding the image of the venerated Queen of Heaven. In the year 1622, the chapel was replaced by the first temple of the Virgin of Guadalupe, built in the same place where the apparitions took place. In the year 1709, the construction of the first Basilica of Guadalupe began, which functioned for several years, but its structure was affected by the construction of the neighboring convent of the Capuchins. In the year 1976, a new and modern structure was built to meet the needs of the thousands of pilgrims who visit Our Lady of Guadalupe daily. The original image of Our Lady of Guadalupe was transferred to the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and it remains to this day. The basilica's design was in the color of blue-green, which represents the Virgin's mantle, who has her children under her protection. So this was the beautiful history of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Thank you so much for watching.